Hello children, I hope you all are safe and fine at home. So let's continue with the third chapter, that is biotic resources, natural vegetation and wildlife. In the last video I have given you introduction about the wildlife, its distribution and its importance. So today we will learn about human impact on the wildlife, how they are exploiting the wildlife, okay, and along with that we will learn how to conserve these wildlife resources. Okay, so let's begin with the human impact on wildlife. So people are also involved in the exploitation of wildlife resources. They are blindly involved in poaching. This results in a sharp decline in the number of particular species. Means the activities or human activities who are involved in poaching the animals. Poaching is what? Yes, illegal hunting of animals or catching of animals for the particular to complete or to fulfill their needs, such as say poaching means yes, capturing or illegal hunting of the animals such as rhinoceros, elephant, even duck, lion. These all are captured for their hides, for their skin, for their teeth, such as ivory, which is very precious, or we can say it is like used for many production of the many things. So in this way people hunt them, people capture them for their personal uses, we can see, or for trading, we can see. Okay, so here are some reasons for which people hunt the animals. They are poaching for profit, means trading of the animals, then reckless hunting for the sport. Yes, for their recreation people hunt the animals. That is reckless hunting for sport, overfishing and pollution due to the flow of poisonous chemicals and pesticides into the river. These all are the reasons which causes threat to the wildlife. So here I repeat once again the reasons for the decline of the wildlife. Okay, those are poaching for profit, then reckless hunting for sport, overfishing, pollution due to the flow of poisonous chemicals and pesticides into the river. So in this way wildlife is declined, they are endangered, they are at the level of risk, and some are extinct also. So here we will learn how to conserve the wildlife. Okay, so let us learn about the conservation of wildlife. What are the steps taken by the government to conserve, to protect, to preserve the wildlife? Learn about the conservation of wildlife. Yes, conservation. What do you mean by conservation? Preservation or protection of the wildlife, which help us to maintain the ecological balance in the environment. Yes, dear children, as you all know, forests are the natural homes of the wildlife. In the last video we have learned, due to deforestation, the wildlife is depleted. It means when the forests are cut down, when the trees are cut down, then where these wildlife should live. Okay, so here are some methods by which we can conserve these wildlife resources. Okay, so first, wildlife is needed to be protected from the hunters and the poachers. Poachers, as I said, illegal hunting of the animals. Okay, so this should be stopped. Okay, so to protect the wildlife, it is needed to prohibit the hunting and poaching of the animals. Next, by recognizing this importance of the conserving the wildlife, many countries around the world have taken various steps or some initiatives to conserve the wildlife. So here are some steps. Let us learn about that. So first of all, national parks, wildlife sanctuaries and bioreserves. Biosphere reserves are set up throughout the world. I do it once again. National parks, wildlife sanctuaries and biosphere reserves are set up throughout the world. What do you mean national park? Yes, dear children, national park is a protected area where means the preserving of flora and biodiversities take place, or protected areas reserved exclusively for the preserving flora, fauna and the landscape of an area, that is called as national park. Okay, next is wildlife sanctuaries. It means the areas where hunting is prohibited and endangered animals are protected. I do it once again. Wildlife means areas where hunting is prohibited and endangered animals are protected. That is called as wildlife sanctuaries. And next is biosphere reserves. specified areas in which multiple use of land is permitted for preserving the biodiversity. Okay, this is biosphere reserves. So here I'll give you some examples of national parks, such as we have Ranthambore National Park in Rajasthan, Gir Forest in Gujarat, and wildlife sanctuaries such as we have like Wildlife Sanctuary of Andhra Pradesh, that is Manjira Wildlife Sanctuary, and even the Kerala Wildlife Sanctuary. These all are the places where the endangered species are protected. Okay, next up is creeks, lakes and wetlands should be conserved. As we said, due to the pollution, due to the flow of chemicals in the river and even the lakes or sea or the water bodies, some marine animals such as fish, whales, these are depleted. So it should be conserved, it should be stopped. Next is animals hunting should be prohibited. As I said, hunting of animals should be stopped. So to stop this, the Government of India passed the Wildlife Protection Act in 1972. It means it's a law which was imposed by the government to stop the hunting. So according to that law, hunting has been completely banned. Okay, this is about the law or the Protection Act which was passed in 1972. Along with it, so many projects which launched to save these animals, such as Project Tiger, Project Elephant, Project Rhino. It means they are in the endangered list. We should stop hunting and we should protect these animals. And next is some awareness programs should be encouraged, such as social forestry and Van Mahotsava. These are the examples of awareness programs which took place. Social forestry means what? The management and protection of forest. Okay. Next is Vana Mahotsava. It means planting of trees. So these are the example of the programs which create the awareness among the people to save the wildlife, to save the forest. Next, youth should be encouraged, means the people or the younger people should be encouraged to visit natural camps, natural parks and even wildlife. It means they should know, they should understand the importance of the natural habitat. Okay, so it means they should encourage to visit these places. Next is animals and birds trading should be prohibited. As I said, poaching is done for the trading only, trading purpose. Okay, so this should be stopped. Animals and birds trading should be prohibited. To meet this purpose, an international convention has been introduced, that is CITES. Okay, what do you mean by CITES? Yes, the CITES, it means, it stands for the Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species. This is the full form of the CITES, that is Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species. Okay, so this is launched to stop the trading of animals and the birds. Yes, so dear children, CITES is introduced to stop the animal and bird trading. Okay, so what do you mean CITES? Yes, CITES, it stands for the Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species of Wild Fauna, that is wildlife. Okay, so here we can say in this way we can protect the wildlife sanctuaries. Ultimately, we can say we should conserve the wildlife. It is our moral duty to conserve the plants and animals. So here we conclude our lesson, that is biotic resources, natural vegetation and wildlife. I hope children you have understood. Thank you. Have a great day ahead.